Everything you say is going across the interwebs now, Mr. Rothstein.
Okay, let's be careful. I'm talking to myself.
Welcome to our early YouTube joiners who are just sitting there waiting for this thing to start. It's only been on for like 30 seconds, but there's already people on. So.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
you can. They must think we have something important to say, Sheldon.
Well, you.
I don't know.
John Rothstein always has important things to say. Pay attention. And this is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. Impaired driving kills people, ruins lives. Sending that text while driving can cause you to crash. So be smart, be safe on the roads so we can all stay in the game. Time for the Mesabi Metallics coaches interview. Mesabi Metallics, they're building a 7 million tons per annum taconite mining and pelletization project in Nashwauk that will produce up to 1,000 well-paying jobs. And time to head downstairs with Grant Clafton and our Mesabi Metallics coaches interview. And on the pregame show, time to chat with Grant Clafton, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. You used to that line yet, Grant?
No, not really. It's not something that I thought I would hear, and certainly not this year.
Well, and it's been a whirlwind, I'm sure. Talk a little bit about all that has come at you in the short time you've been head coach.
You know what? The whirlwind is the same stuff that it would have been had I had it in June or April or anything like that. I mean, I think the prior staff did a really good job of getting everything ready to go, and you know, those guys are back and helping out, and it's been a really easy transition. And as far as like the day-to-day work and the riff-raff type of stuff, you know, they've handled all of that, and they had it ready to go from the get-go.
And like you said, a lot of the staff back, Dale's sitting here listening to you right now, and I know Reed's along too, but some new faces on the coaching staff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important for the kids to be familiar with guys that they were comfortable with. And I mean, I think that the previous staff was fantastic, and there's no reason to switch that up. And you know, at the same time, we're really fortunate to add a guy like Steve Wagner, who's going to work with our D. And you know, I grew up with Steve. He lived right down the block from me. We played together growing up, and until he surpassed everybody and went on and had his professional career. And we're excited to have him back and be able to contribute, you know, his knowledge to the kids, and not only the kids, but to us.
Well, and at the high school level, how important is it to have, I don't know, if that reputation where the kids really take you seriously from the first word? Does that help a little bit?
You know, I don't know. I think that, you know, the kids are going to respect, you know, the coaches, you know, more time than not if the coaches respect them. But, you know, I think, you know, Steve has a demeanor about him that makes kids comfortable, and he's a good teacher. And I think that he'll be successful in that way.
So I know you graduated quite a bit last year, although this wasn't a high-scoring team last year either, but I know quite a few kids going, especially on the defensive side. Talk a little bit about what you have on the ice tonight.
Well, you know, I mean, we got some players coming back that can play with some jam, and they've had some varsity experience. I mean, we're going to obviously lean on some of our seniors that are coming back in Miller and Gavin Forrest and Jake Garski and guys like that. And I've always been kind of just doing the games with you over the years. I've always liked what Scheinman has brought up front, and he's kind of a greasy player. And I think that's what we're going to need to get goals, is greasy goals, you know, and I hope that he contributes to that. And pretty excited about the newcomers that we have coming up off of the Bantam squad, and they had some state tournament experience last year, and looking forward to seeing what they can do as well.
Quite a bbit of media attention on this game, playing Hibbing, and of course with everything that's happened this fall, certainly a lot of attention on this game. How does that affect anything tonight?
Yeah, I think it definitely makes it emotional, for both teams. I think, yeah, I mean, it's certainly not something that I don't think anybody was planning on doing, and maybe adds a little bit more to this particular game. I know people are excited about the new arena opening up and a good old-fashioned Iron Range, rivalry, and and then you throw on the stuff with Adam and honoring him, and we just kind of hope to pay tribute to his family and to that program over there.
And we really haven't talked about the game that much, talked about the team, but Hibbing, they've had some standout Bantam teams, and they're looking to start making some noise up north.
Yeah, I mean, I make no bones about it. I mean, after tonight's over, I'll be one of the biggest Hibbing Blue Jacket fans for the next 4 years. Just to see them get out here, get out of the section, and hopefully get down to St. Paul. But I mean, tonight they got a good squad. I mean, we got to respect them, and we got to go out there and meet them head on. And like I said, we just got to grind. And it's early in the season, and it's going to be a game of mistakes, and we just got to make one less.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks, Sheldon.
Head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, it is Grant Clafton, Sheldon Willis, and John Rothstein here on the Itasca County Public Health pregame show, and that was the Mesabi Metallics coach's interview. Any surprises that you heard from Grant on the interview?
No, I don't think so. I think they're ready. Grant is always prepared, and I know he'll have his team prepared. He says we're a little older, maybe have a little more experience in Hibbing, and maybe bump them a little bit, as I kind of heard a little bit, and see what happens, how they handle it, the young team from Hibbing.
We'll take another break and come back with Eric Reworth, head coach of the Hibbing Blue Jackets. You're listening to the Itasca County Public Health pregame show on J105 The Thunder and J105Radio.com. Well, we can do them right now on the YouTube stream.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, we can talk about them to our YouTubers right now while we're on break.
Oh, okay, and that's fine. Just the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Hockey is always very thankful for all the sponsors we have: Super One Foods and Northland Portables, North Star Co-op, Riverwood Healthcare, and Ray Sport and Cycle. We sure appreciate all of their support for Thunderhawk hockey.
And I believe, this is a testament to how popular Thunderhawk hockey is, and also to the business community in the Grand Rapids area. But since we started doing Grand Rapids kind of as its own piece of the Grand Rapids High School puzzle, Grand Rapids hockey has always been sold out.
Grand Rapids hockey has always had a pretty special place for about almost 50 years here, or maybe even a little longer. I don't want to insult anybody.
It is a packed house tonight.
Yes, it is. It's just fun to see in this gorgeous arena. It is really impressive. I've been up here a few times watching and seeing the progress. Tom Pagel, the city administrator, got me up here, and he is awful proud, as he should be, because it really is nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's brighter. The LED lights are great, and I don't think this roof is coming down anytime soon.
I hope
this looks solid here.
It does. We have a door close to us, Sheldon. So no.
Yeah, that little sign that says the roof may fall on your head is no longer here.
I know. Those out-of-towners that always take pictures of that say, is this for real?
Yeah, actually it is.
There's lots of buzz around in the arena, isn't there?
It is.
Sheldon, it just is.
I love it.
I do too. It is it's exciting. And this is the first game of the year. This is usually come playoffs where everybody's a little giddy or whatever. Yeah. This is really, really good to see the support this community has for this team.
And I mean, Grand Rapids hockey is always well attended, but this is a crowd.
Yes, it is. Yes, I was here an hour before the game, and the parking lot was full. It took me a long time to get here.
Should come at 4:30 like me. I would know when.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health pregame show on J105 with Eric Rewerts, head coach of the Hibbing Blue Jackets. And I don't know where to start. There's so much to talk about tonight, but we got hockey again.
Yeah, we're excited to be back at it, and it's a great first test for us with Grand Rapids.
Well, and I would say everyone I talk to says Hibbing Bantam team has been so spectacular the last few years that this is going to be a team on the upswing in the next few.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of little things to clean up right now, but I'm really excited about this group and what the possibilities are.
Well, and it's a group that's had a lot of success. And how important is that when you have success at the lower levels? It seems to be easier to translate that up here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when they get down, they know how to come back, and having success is really important at any level or any sport.
And certainly it's been kind of a tough last little while in hitting, and that has to hang over this team a little bit too with the passing of Adam Johnson tragically.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our whole community has pulled together, and you know, our team is dedicating our season to Adam, and you know, you lose someone with that type of character, and it hurts.
So, and we also have a little bit of a new look here at what used to be the IRA Civic Center, now Yanmar Arena. Your first impression stepping in here?
Yeah, I think it looks outstanding. I took a walk all the way around, and you know, I'm excited for Grand Rapids. It looks really good.
Well, of course, it hasn't been too long since a pretty major refurb there at Hibbing Memorial.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really done too much up there, but yeah, this looks really nice.
So getting down to hockey, first game of the season, what are you looking for from your team?
Right now, I just want to see effort. You know, like I said, we're young. You know, we have a lot. We don't have a lot of experience, but I'm looking for a really good effort tonight.
And for those young kids coming up playing their first varsity game, do you say it may take a little bit to kind of adjust to what is varsity hockey?
Oh, absolutely. We had 4 scrimmages last weekend, and I think that opened a lot of their eyes to, you know, how much quicker those areas of the ice close up at the high school level. So, you know, tonight's going to be a really good test. Grand Rapids has got a great team, really strong defensively. So I'm excited to see what we bring.
Well, thanks for taking some time, Eric, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
And that is Eric Rewerts, head coach of the Hibbing Blue Jackets. My first impression of this arena, it's brighter, it feels more open, it's louder.
And it does, and I thought maybe it's just the people here, but I think it is louder.
So before, I mean, I think it is the right wall where we've got floor-to-ceiling windows and then a hard surface sheetrock wall over there that reflects the sound back in a little bit more. And it just feels more echoey. And I know when I was doing the interview with Eric Rewerts, it just felt loud in here.
Okay. Well, hopefully that we can use that to our advantage.
Let's bring her down. This has been the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. And if you've recently had a baby, would like some extra support regarding your baby's growth and development, breastfeeding, or other topics, call 218-327-2941 to learn more. Starting lineups are brought to you by Skoglund Electric. They take pride in their community, and it shows. They won Best Electrical Contractor in 2023 at the Herald Review Best of. Community-based work and a proud sponsor of Thunderhawk Athletics. Here are your starting lineups. We'll start with the Hibbing Blue Jackets. They will start in net. Number 1, Tim Erdahl. And starting at defense will be number 10, Christian Edmonds. And Ethan Sunval. Edmonds is one of the captains. Up front, another captain, Jack Gabardi. He is a senior. Benny Golly on the one wing. He's a sophomore. And junior Jace Kipsala on the other wing. And those are your starting lineups for the Hibbing Blue Jackets in their traditional navy blue with silver and white trim. Grand Rapids will start up front. Jake Garski, senior in the middle. Kyler Miller on the left. He's also a senior. And Nathan Garski, sophomore, number 19, on the right. Defense will be Will Shermone. He played up front last year, but all the way through Pee-wees and Bantams, he was defenseman. Number 5, he's a sophomore. And junior Luca Roloff, number 7, Ryan Kerr. Junior will start in net. And the other thing about Grand Rapids is they have 3 quality goaltenders on this roster. Carter Casey, who had the shutout in the JV game, Ryder Miskovich, who played most of the JV, some JV last year, and Ryan Kerr, who was the main backup last year. And those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Skoglund Electric. For all of your electrical contracting needs, residential, commercial, and industrial, it is Skoglund Electric, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Athletics as they get as they introduce the Grand Rapids starters on the ice. And the one thing I will say, at least from standing here, the PA system is no better than it was last year.
Well, I will take your word on that.
Can you understand who they're announcing?
No.
Neither can I.
No.
But thankfully, Marv keeps a live scoreboard going on Hockey Hub, so we'll be able to get that as we go along and have good stats. We'll take another break and come back with a drop of the puck. Hockey up next on J105 Thunder and J105radio.com. Yeah, I wish I had better sound for you on YouTube, but the presentation and the naming ceremony for Yanmar Arena. And back at Yanmar Arena, and we're officially making it Yanmar Arena. I thought I had all my ducks in a row, and you forget something you know, right, John? I knew they were doing the ceremony, but instead of having the national anthem just before this. So we're going to be a little bit late for the drop of the puck as they do their ceremonies here for the first Grand Rapids boys varsity hockey game. They played a girl game here on Saturday.
Okay.
So that was actually the inaugural high school game.
Okay.
But athletic director and Mayor Dale Christie, I guess no one has more interest in this than him, unless it's Tom Pagel.
Well,
and Dale Anderson.
Could be, and former high school coach for the girls program here.
So we have the ribbon cutting going on. They actually trust Dale with scissors that big.
Well, yeah.
Don't run, Dale. But 2 members of the boys team and 2 from the girls team there to help with the ribbon cutting. And we love. I told someone, and I saw the press release, this significantly reduces cost of ice time here at this arena, having the naming rights and what Yanmar is paying for those. And I'm all in favor of more accessible ice time.
Yes, it really is. In fact, I was just visiting with Tom Pagel regarding that, and he said how it does cut down on the cost of ice time. So it lets that many more players hopefully play, or at least affordable, because it is an expensive sport.
I'll say Yanmar as often as they want me to.
Yeah, okay.
to help the kids skate more.
That's right.
And a great employer here in Grand Rapids as well. We're going to take one more break, and when we come back, I promise we will have hockey action here on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com. And back at Yanmar Arena, we've had the national anthem, the ribbon cutting, and it was a little, I mean, they told the players to take a lap, and I know there's going to be some honoring of Adam Johnson as well at this game.
Yes, I'm not sure quite when, Sheldon, but they are going to do something, my understanding.
But teams getting their final huddle, both in their respective corners, and we are just about set for the initial boys hockey game here at Yanmar Arena.
I'm kind of giddy. I'm pretty excited about this, a brand new season.
Yeah, and we're on a different side now. We are now on the west side of the arena instead of the east side.
Yes, I didn't do many games, so the transition shouldn't be too hard for me.
I have never watched a game from this side of the arena. It's a good view, though. We're not quite at center ice anymore like we were before, but we're at least as high. And you can still get a puck over the glass and up here.
Yes. In fact, they have raised the glass. The glass is higher, I noticed, around the rink.
Okay.
Which is nice, keeps more pucks in play, keeps the game going.
And here we go, ready to take the draw. Jacob Garski going up against Jack Gabardi. And the referees, not sure what the referees are checking. Or we do. This is the Adam Johnson.
Oh, okay. I see the family out there.
Yes. And unfortunately, at least up here on the mezzanine, we can't understand what's being said. As they ask the fans to stand and observe a moment of silence in memory of Adam Johnson. And so silence on the radio obviously doesn't translate as well on the YouTube stream, maybe a little better, but what a heart-rending story, a heart-rending event for all of Minnesota and all of hockey.
All of hockey around the world. It's just, yes, it's quite amazing.
And it's just one of those things in any sport you just never expect to happen.
With all the hockey that's played every game and the thousands of hours we've seen, I've never heard of that happening.
No. And the round of applause is a ceremonial puck drop. And like I said, I promise we will have hockey at some point soon.
I was at both of the funeral and the memorial for Adam, and it's just amazing the way the hockey world becomes a community.
Yes,
Such
very
a
much
tragic thing, but it's just amazing how the whole world, the hockey community rallied around him.
Yes, watch the Mark DeCenzo's piece of the at the memorial service, and I mean there were many emotional moments, but that was one of them.
It was for somebody that coached him 10 or 12 years ago to be that emotional. Still regarding it says quite a bit about the young man.
Yeah, I've been around Mark DeCenzo and Pete some over the years, and what springs to mind when I think of Mark isn't emotional, but that really touched him.
Yes, it certainly did. He had told me who had coached on that. He said, you always say they're great kids, but he said this one really was.
And here we go, Grand Rapids right to left, and the Hibbing Blue Jackets left right as we get this game underway. Out the faceoff is controlled by the Thunderhawks, flipped ahead by Roloff, gets to the blue line, and stopped there as trying to push it in was Nathan Garski. I got to watch this line because we got two Garskis on it. Thunderhawks long shot turned aside by Erdahl into the corner as Hibbing moves it up the boards. Roloff keeps it in, moves it down to Garski. I guess if I just say Garski, I'm 2/3 right on this line. As behind the net goes Nathan Garski, gets it up to the blue line, kept in nicely by Shermone. Behind the net goes Sunval. Sunval moves it up to the half wall, can't get it out initially. Now it'll be flipped down the ice and we'll have an early icing call. No score just underway here from Yanmar Arena.
Well, I think Coach Clafton has to be happy with that first shift, kind of get it down there deep in their zone and put some pressure on them. See how they handle it, and they did a nice first shift for Grand Rapids.
Second line comes out for the Thunderhawks, which is centered by Seth Carlson. As the puck tied up along the half wall, Carlson picks it up, a long shot, right on, and Erdahl will smother that in the chest protector.
Nice to see those shots on net. Let's see how they go. Test them out.
A shot on net is never a bad play, is it?
It is not.
Every coach I've ever heard says that. Hibbing looks to break out of their zone for the first time as they get it out to center with Hildebrand. Hildebrand centering it, picked up there by Murphy. Butler Murphy behind his own net. Moves it up the far wall, backhanded out to center as the Thunderhawks trying to gain control, can't do it. Puck stays at center ice, and breaking in is Hildebrand. Hildebrand can't control it as the Thunderhawks now out to center. Giving chase on the far side is Gavin Forrest, and Gavin Forrest going to pick up first penalty of the season here for Grand Rapids. And it was close to Hibbing evening that up right at the end.
It was pretty close. I thought they might. I went and looked for the ref to see if he was going to call another one.
But he did not. And it will be Gavin Forrest going to the box for 2 minutes. And the penalty kill brought to you by Grooms Property Services, serving Grand Rapids and surrounding area, specializing in lawn care, landscaping, lot clearing, shoreline tree removal, dock installation and removal, and much more. So we'll get a early look at the Grand Rapids penalty kill. And Rapids poked it to the line, can't get it out initially, but now picking it up is Roloff. Roloff gets all the way down the ice. Back in the zone is Sunval. Sunval, forecheck there by Jacob Garski. Also coming in is Kyler Miller. Miller now picks it up, and he'll rag it out to center ice. Go back to Shermone. Grand Rapids just playing keep away for a bit. And now we'll flip it down the ice. That has to be one of the more frustrating ways to be on the power play when you can't get the puck. Puck at the Hibbing blue line as now they try to break out, and they will get it. Swanson gets it into the zone. Shermone tries to ride him off the puck. Now the Thunderhawks pick it up, shoot it back down the ice, and so far this penalty kill has looked perfect. And now, a turnover. Erdahl lost the puck behind the net, and having a chance at it was Xander Scheinman. Couldn't quite control it. Xander almost had his easiest shorthanded goal in his career. 37 seconds left in the Hibbing power play. Long pass tipped away by Kerr. Puck at the half wall on the near side. Out to center ice. Here comes Garski. Garski just flips it in deep. Miller after it. 19 seconds left in the Grand Rapids power play. Puck at the half wall. 2 seconds, one, and now the power play over. Grand Rapids killing that fairly easily. Gavin Forrest coming across the ice. If he looks up, that puck's right in his stick.
Yes, it was.
As Hibbing, long shot that's deflected, goes into the corner. Jamison Duell looking for it as Grand Rapids gets their third line out for their first shift. Back to the blue line. Thunderhawks so overskating the puck. Flips back into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to get it is Luke Roloff. Roloff behind his own net. Puts on the brakes there. Loses an edge, and the puck slapped out to center ice. Hibbing touches it. There'll be no icing. Back again it is McHugh. McHugh tries to flip it up the boards. Grand Rapids on the forecheck, able to get it right in front. Looking for it there was Jamison Duell. So I would say the third line also getting a good shift. Now out to center. Here comes Shermone. Shermone leads the rush. Tries to work his way in. Turned aside by Erdahl. Puck in the corner. Shermone, he played mostly center last year. He's comfortable leading the rush. Into the corner goes Gavin Forrest. Oh, and the puck played back to the point. And goes past the defenseman and all the way down the ice. Salisbury, another new face for the Thunderhawks this year. Alexander Salisbury out on defense right now with Shermone. Puck comes to the near side. Xander Scheinman plays it back to the far side. As the puck still in the Grand Rapids zone. Bounces out in front. Scheinman goes into the corner after it. Scheinman taken off the puck, drilled into the boards there. Back to the point. Hibbing can't get a shot off. That was Edmonds. Come back to the far point, kept in again, and shot into the Grand Rapids zone. Grand Rapids been bottled up in their own zone here for a little bit. Haven't really given up much for chances. As the Thunderhawks will get it down the ice, and we'll have an icing call.
Well, that was sure a nice penalty kill. They forced Hibbing all along whenever they had a chance, and that doesn't surprise me with Coach Clafton having them force that play and be aggressive. And it was a nice, I think, booster for the Thunderhawks to kill that penalty also well.
11 minutes left in the first period. No score on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. And we'll have an icing call on Grand Rapids. Faceoff will come back in the Grand Rapids zone to the right of Ryan Kerr. Shots on goal. Let's see. We don't.
4-1 there. I just saw that. Yeah, Rapids out shooting them 4-1.
I kept looking for the shots on goal. It's in a different spot. Oh my. Change is tough, you know. Out to center ice. Here comes Kyler Miller. Miller comes in, shoots it wide of net. Puck rebounds back and out to center ice as Bauer Murphy spins and shoots it back in. Puck rings the boards behind Erdahl. Chasing it back into his own zone now is McHugh. Up the far side as Blue Jackets put it into the Grand Rapids zone. Thunderhawks not quite getting it out to center ice. Nice job coming up off the bench and keeping it in. Now the Thunderhawks with a little speed through center. Drop pass. Centering pass looking for Kyler Miller, doesn't click. And back come the Blue Jackets with Edmonds. Edmonds with a little room, but he's offside.
Boy, he skates well, Mr. Edmonds. Nice play, but fortunate for Rapids, they were offside.
They were offside on the near side, right? Edmonds did not make a move at the blue line. It wasn't on him.
No, it wasn't. They
just mistimed it.
Yep.
10:05 to go, no score here in the first period. Again, Marina into his own zone comes Mason McDonald. McDonald cross-ice pass, skips over the stick of Swanson in the Grand Rapids zone. Grand Rapids picks it up there. Flip it ahead. Grand Rapids able to stay on side. Trying to work his way in was Gunderson. Now fighting for it is Drennan. Drennan to Gunderson. Can't quite get it on net. Now back out to center as Roloff stick handles. Flips it back to the Hibbing line. And Hibbing now on the attack. Working his way in is Gabarty. Jack Gabarty shoots it wide. Rebounds to the far post, or the far point, and shot in wide again. Puck chopped not quite out to center as Kurt leaves it there for his defense. Off the boards, gets past Drennan. Now Drennan able to pick it up. Gus Drennan gains the blue line, slides it in front. Erdahl easily with the stick. Goes to the side. Seth Carlson at the half wall. Picks it up. Out in front. Rebound shot. There's the best chance of the period so far. Rebound and score! Bauer Murphy! Bauer Murphy had the first one and came in, followed his own rebound, tucked it between the legs of Erdahl.
Yes, it sure was a nice play. And like we were just saying, a shot on net's never a bad thing, and that was the third one. And so Bauer followed up with his own rebound.
Hats off to Seth Carlson, who kind of powered his way out from the boards and got the puck in a good area.
You bet. Gus Grennan brought it in there and got it in deep. It was a nice all-around effort by the Thunderhawks.
So the Thunderhawks lead 1-0. And they're going to say unassisted, being, I guess he put his own rebound in, so. They hit a little while after the puck had left the area, but no call on that. As Hibbing up to center ice, Thunderhawks leading 1-0. Hibbing will go to down to the Tria rink for the Turkey Trot on Friday and Saturday. Grand Rapids, they will not play till Tuesday. You think it might be a big one on Tuesday?
I think it's a pretty big one.
Heading down to Heritage, take on the Greyhounds. Long shot, they score! Shermo took the shot. I think it was tipped in front. You think that might be Nathan Garski with his first?
It could be. I didn't see who tipped it, but it was a nice, quick shot, that's for sure.
Nathan Garski leading the parade back to the bench, so I'm going to guess. I know it was tipped in front. I'm going to guess it was him.
Boy, you like to see us just come out and jump against this young team. This Hibbing team be gaining some confidence. And I'd like to see these couple goals and see how this team, young Hibbing team, handles it.
And that's two sophomores working together. Shermone and Nathan Garski.
Yeah, both teams are they got some nice young talent, which is always encouraging for any coach.
Yes, they do give it to Nathan Garski. And I didn't hear the second assist. Sherman gets one.
Like you said, it's hard to understand. Boy, the pace has picked up a little bit the last couple of minutes, hasn't it, Sheldon?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Certainly has. Off the face-off, Thunderhawks will get it out to center ice. Getting chased for a moment there was Carpenter, but he'll let the puck slide through neutral ice. Now Carpenter bats it ahead, taken over there by Christian Edmonds. Puck shot in behind Grand Rapids net. Carpenter to get it, moves it to the far side, to the point, not out. Shot doesn't get through. And now here's Caleb Gunderson. Gunderson in the corner. Slides it out to center, looking for Langlois. Jermone Kyler Miller getting the second assist. Grand Rapids leads 2-0 in the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. 6:36 to go. Goes by Bauer Murphy unassisted and by Nathan Garski. Face off to the right of Ryan Kerr. Face off won by the Thunderhawks. They'll tap it out to center ice. Spinning, taking a swing at it there was Gavin Forrest. Second line out here for the Thunderhawks. As working through center. Now actually this is part of the fourth line. Svatos out there. Svatos along with Seth Carlson and Gavin Forrest. Puck shot in wide of the net, goes off the backboards behind Ryan Kerr. Up to center ice, Hibbing shoots it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to get it is Salisbury. Salisbury to Carlson, he flipped it up the boards, and they say no icing. Getting chased on the forecheck is Bauer Murphy. I guess you might as well. Have some trust that you got forward who's going to know you're up there, right?
You hope so.
As Luka Roloff comes in, and offside on the far side was Jacob Garski.
So I'm not sure they want Bauer up there doing all the forechecking, but there wasn't anybody else there, so.
Face-off comes out to center ice. Garski taking the draw, going up against Kellen Elsner. Garski wins the draw. Grand Rapids I know we'll get an update from Mar Bird at between periods, but Grand Rapids has been good on face-offs. Long shot flipped in on Erdahl. Miller takes a hit, but moves it deep into the corner. Come back to him at the half wall. Miller flips it behind the net. Jacob Garski. Garski out front. Miller can't get the handle on it. Shot from the point by Shermone. His glove.
That was some nice cycling down below.
So Bauer Murphy had the final goal of last season in the section quarterfinals for Grand Rapids, and now scores the first one of this season.
Well, I think that's a good omen. Let's hope so.
Caleb Gunderson to take the draw. Wins the draw out tried to flip it through to Gus Brennan, and the puck deflected at the last moment by the Hibbing defense. Now the puck will come out to center. Here's Edmonds. Edmonds loses a puck at the blue line. Here comes Caleb Gunderson. Has Miller going with him. A little bit of extra going on behind the play. The referee said that's okay, boys. Just have some fun. Puck slides out to center ice. Working for it there was Duell, but he can't find it. Puck back into the Grand Rapids zone. Puck poked out to center ice. 2-0 Grand Rapids, 4:24 to go here in period number 1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Roll off. Boy, is he strong in his skates. Hibbing player tried to take him out and just never even left his skates, I don't think.
He is real strong on his skates.
Now finally picking it up is Joey Gabarty, the younger Gabarty for Hibbing, but he loses it behind the Grand Rapids net. Scheiman off the boards, picks it up nicely, has a player with him, but can't get him the puck. Tried to pass out front to Gavin Forrest, but it didn't connect. Puck shot back into the Grand Rapids zone. Slide all the way in. No icing called. Back to get it is Joe Carpenter. Rink wide, gets it to Garski, Nathan Garski, who has his first varsity goal, which by tradition means he'll be on the post-game interview, as this comes in as an icing call against Hibbing, and the face-off will come back into the Hibbing zone.
But Grand Rapids sure had some nice transitions from defense to offense, and just jumped right in, the puck turned over, and we had some nice rushes off that. That's how to keep the coaching staff pleased.
Well, I think Grand Rapids they made decisions faster, and they just played a little faster.
I think, yes, I think so, and that might be partly Hibbing, being so young.
As the puck goes into the Hibbing players bench, face-off will be back in in the Hibbing zone again. 2-0 Grand Rapids, 3:17 to go first period. Got started a little late with some of the extra things going on. Long shot, that's just over the crossbar into the netting behind Erdahl.
We have done well on the faceoffs, as you said, Sheldon. Does Marv keep track of those?
Yes, he does. Look
Okay.
at those between periods.
Yeah, good.
Karski tries to move in off the face-off. Puck comes in front of the net. Now back to the point. Far side, a long shot by Murphy is tipped into the corner. For a second, all I saw was the 4, and I'm going, I don't think there's a 4 out there. There's not. It's a 14.
Yeah, Jake had a clever little play there off that offensive face-off, going through the other centers, hitting legs, and then looking for the shot. Pretty clever. I don't know if it'll happen again. It usually only works about once.
I was going to say, about once a game you get by with
that's
that.
about right.
Joey Del Greco would try it at least twice.
Yeah.
Garski again, this time pulls it, but it makes it easier to pull back to the point, right?
Yes.
Long shot turned aside by Erdahl. That was off of the stick of Salisbury. Now the puck out to center, stopped there by Murphy. Murphy goes hard off the boards and flips it into the Hibbing zone. Bringing it up the half wall, Hildebrand back to the point, kept in. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Nice play, made a bit of a dangerous play by Murphy, and he puts it on net. Puck deep in the corner. Miller tries to dig it out, but it comes out to center ice. Here come Blue Jackets into the Grand Rapids zone. Nice job by Roloff to ride his man off into the corner. That was McDonald. Now the Thunderhawks out to center with Gunderson. Gunderson shot right on. Like that, looked up with the pass and then pulled it back in with the toe of his stick. Had a nice shot. Has the puck in front of the net. Drennan slaps it just wide. Off the boards out to center ice. Thunderhawks coming close to making it 3-0. Long path doesn't hit anyone. We'll have an icing ball, minute 30 to go. First period, 2-0 Grand Rapids. You got some sponsors to talk about?
We certainly do. We sure appreciate all the sponsors of Thunderhawk Hockey with Prestige Roofing, Nooches on the Corner, Ray's Spartan Center, Marine and Cushel and Chandler Insurance Agency, and CarQuest. We certainly appreciate all their support.
Long shot off the face-off. Here will stop that and hold it. Just the third shot on net for Hibbing. Grand Rapids out shooting the Blue Jackets 11-3. Grand Rapids changing lines, putting the first line out there. And they'll be going up against Joey Barty, second line for Hibbing. Roloff turns behind the net. Flips it up the boards. Thunderhawks get it out to center. Flips it in. Garski after it, chasing hard against Strukel. Comes to Nathan Garski. Garski with his first varsity goal here this evening as we hit the final minute of period number 1. Rink-wide pass comes out to center ice. Thunderhawks play it back to Shermone. Shermone spins, throws it up the boards. And that's put back into the Grand Rapids zone. Broberg up the boards, gets it to Miller. Miller drops it for Shermone. Shermone head up, gains the zone. A little drag, but his shot blocked. Now Nathan Garski puts it back on the other side. Shot right in front. And a tip. That was Seth Carlson. I like the young man. Seth Carlson likes to get down and dirty in front of the net.
He sure did. He went right to the net on that shot. It's what all his coaches try to get him to do. Shot on net, get to that net, and he went right there.
And he was also the one who got the puck in front of the net on the Thunderhawks' second goal.
Yes.
Long shot, that's blocked by the defense, and it's a goal! Oh, it goes off of Edmonds and into the net. Just gets across the line. I don't know who Broberg may get credit for that. I'm not sure who took the shot.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. It went up over the goalie. Did it go off the goalie stick or was
No, it went off of Edmonds' stick.
It did. Okay.
Edmonds thought he just was going. It was a soft shot, but it was fluttering a little bit, and it just tipped off of his stick and just dropped over the line.
Yes.
So one of those fluky goals to end the period, and Grand Rapids will end the period with a 3-0 lead. 3-0 Grand Rapids after 1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
That was a big goal. And kind of a backbreaker for Hibbing at last minute.
Yes, it was. Did we have a couple little dropouts, Super Joe, on the stream? Yeah, I thought I saw that. Yes, Broberg gets credit for that third goal from Seth Carlson.
Okay.
Here, you're older than me. You can sit down, Joe.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I just soon stand up. So it was fun to see. What a nice period of hockey for Grand Rapids.
It was.
Thunderhawks. Yeah.
They were the quicker team, the better team.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And I was hoping Grand Rapids would come out fast against a young team before Hibbing got their confidence. And because Hibbing will get better. You know, they're young, the second and third line, they're all sophomores. Well, that was sure a nice tribute to Adam Johnson, and
yes, it was.
I see his cousin Joe Stace drop the puck, and that was they were awful close. Joe was a little older, played at Dartmouth, older than Adam, but I think Adam always looked up to him being the older cousin and hockey player, tennis player. But it was a very nice tribute with the family there.
I think good thing no one went into the net over there because they're struggling getting the post out.
That goes back a long time when you had the high posts. And those were dangerous when people would go into them.
Absolutely.
We only do this when we're on the radio, though, right?
We can do them anytime.
Okay.
See, if you're on YouTube, you get a little extra of us chatting.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're on YouTube now, not necessarily radio.
Not on the radio. Yeah. We got 30 seconds. We're on the radio.
Okay.
So
I'll do that right after you kick us off.
Back again, Marina. Grand Rapids, a 3-0 lead over Hibbing. 12-3 lead in shots on goal. And I would just say they dominated the period.
They really did. I'm very, very pleased and happy. I know we lost some players last year, some real talent, but boy, oh boy, they sure came out and played well against a good Hibbing team.
Yeah, and this Hibbing team has high hopes for this year and the next couple.
Yes, they do. They're young, and so I'm not too surprised they're a little jittery. This is their first game, and a lot of 9th and 10th graders. And Grand Rapids does also, but I think Grand Rapids is pretty solid on the blue line, or real solid. Solid in net, and that's always nice. You kind of
through center ice, they went hard to the net. They got into the tough areas, and that's what you want to see.
They sure did. They really worked it well down low. Did some nice cycling there, and outnumbered them on the puck. You know, they're very good puck support on the wall, and they did a real nice job. I thought overall, both forwards and defensemen played well.
We'll take another break and come back with our late gas between period summary. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Well, this is an opportunity to thank our sponsors again, Paul Onion Telephone and Grand Rapids Chevrolet and GMC, Deerwood Bank, Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency, Grand Rapids Public Utilities, and Taco John's. We thank you for all your Thunderhawk support.
Absolutely.
Well, the boards are pretty bright.
Everything's bright. I need to wear sunglasses in here.
I'm not sure that's quite the orange that they had in mind when they ordered it.
On the dasher board?
Right. Well, that's what Mr. Pagel told me. Like, it wasn't supposed to be quite that orange.
Mr. Reworth was giving me, I said, they'll fade.
The boy that Eric has done a nice job with Hibbing and building their program. They've had a few years, of rebuilding and so on, but boy, he's done a nice job.
Yeah, I would have to say another coach who hasn't been coaching a long time in North, but we'll see him on Tuesday. Steve Potosic has done a nice job there at Duluth East.
Well, he coached the Bantams forever, Steve did, but at the high school level, yes, he really has. And a big plus for the Duluth East program. Well, they should get a pretty good test on the ice, and how, with the all new ice equipment this year, with being a full arena, full house, all the lights on, and how quick and it sets up. It sure looks like it. It sure looks nice. I haven't skated on it, so I can't say that, but it sure looks like it's done a nice job with the ice equipment this year. I could ask Dale Anderson, but I think I'd probably get that same answer how the ice was.
Yeah. Time for our Lakes Gas between periods summary. Lakes Gas wants you to stay warm this winter, and for all your propane needs, they have you covered. Lakes Gas proudly backing Thunderhawk Athletics. Thunderhawks outshooting Hibbing 12-3. They scored first. Bauer Murphy, even strength unassisted at 8:16. Nathan Garkey, his first varsity goal from Shermone and Miller at 9:13. So under a minute later, and then with just 18 seconds to go in the period, Dominic Broberg from Seth Carlson, kind of a fluky goal where he just threw it at the net, and it actually went off a Hibbing stick. If you're going to block the puck with your stick as a defenseman, you best make sure.
Yes, you best make sure is exactly right.
And Edmonds didn't, and deflected it right over his goalie's shoulder into the net.
Yeah,
Shot attempts, Marv has 20-7 in favor of Grand Rapids. Scoring chances 5-0, I concur.
Yes.
And face-off, 13 wins, 6 losses, 68%. I wouldn't have been surprised to even have 70 or 75, but they were solid on face-offs.
And really the important ones, in the offensive zone, the defensive zone, I think you might have been closer to that 75% there. I don't remember us losing a clean draw in the defensive zone. And we got the real important draws. I mean, they're all important, but those even more so.
And that is your between periods summary, brought to you by Lakes Gas, your local choice for propane. Check your tanks often, and if you need a fill, reach out to Lakes Gas.
I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors again for Thunderhawk Hockey, S&S Meats, Vendors, Northland on Sport, Mr. Furnace, Grand Rapids State Bank, and Guy Claremont. Well, he likes Guy during the hockey season.
Does he really?
Well, it's kind of the French.
Okay.
Guy during hockey season.
Does he change his last name to Lafleur?
No. Or just during hockey
or
season. Or
Charbonneau?
Yeah, there you go.
10 people knew who I was talking about. And our video feed and for YouTube video, and you can go on Cozy Sports at YouTube and look up the YouTube feed. Dano doing the camera work, and our first period was brought to you by S&S Meats, right? And the second period will be brought to you by Deerwood Bank. So thank you to those making it possible to get that YouTube feed up and going. We'll have it for all home games for Grand Rapids Hockey. And you know how many home games we have this year?
Well, not many for the rest of 2023.
No. This one in Proctor on the 5th. That's it. We'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, it's second period action. Grand Rapids leads 3-0. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder at J105radio.com.
hopefully Grand Rapids can continue with this and pick up a victory. Though they're a couple periods away, but they have a tough away schedule coming up. So you'd hate to see them start with their first home game on the losing end. But they certainly are playing well, and hopefully it continues.
So, Joe, we can cut this one down to just a minute and a half if you want. A little bit of, for our YouTube people, a little bit of housework between us and the board back at the station, where Super Joe's keeping everything under control. And back at Yanmar Arena, both teams back on the ice, and Grand Rapids will now go from left to right as we look at it here from the west side of Yanmar Arena. Cheerleaders out. And Hibbing brought cheerleaders as well. They're not out on the ice here between periods, though.
Oh, I guess not.
They were out for the pregame.
Yes, they were.
So for Grand Rapids, and I would say, well, coaches are never completely satisfied, are they?
Well, I'm sure Grant had a few things to point out to him.
But he has to be pretty happy.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I think he's got to be real happy with that, the way that period went. Did a lot of little things well. And they worked hard. Every line, they really worked hard, and transition was good. I think they did a lot of little things well for the first game of the year.
And like I said, I was, one of the youngsters on this team just up. Seth Carlson centering that second line. He gets an assist and could have very easily gotten another assist on that Bauer Murphy goal.
He does a nice job. He does a lot of things well for a 10th grader.
And he's a gritty 10th grader.
Yes, he is.
I like that.
Yeah, right there. He went right in the heart of that crease. Three players that are quite a bit bigger than him.
So Grand Rapids going out, tapping the goalie on the pads and saying, let's get it going. And Grant putting the first line out, but he's not putting the same set of defensemen out.
I was just looking at that.
He is putting Salisbury out with Murphy here to start the period.
Yeah.
And that's probably just a reward from how well they played at the first period.
Mm-hmm.
Puck shot behind the Grand Rapids net. Murphy moves it up the boards. Now Garski, cross ice, goes all the way in to the Hibbing zone, and it'll be an icing call on the Thunderhawks. Face-off to come back into Grand Rapids zone. Face-off will be to the right of Ryan Kerr. Grand Rapids starts this second period with a 3-0 lead. Face-off. This one is, I don't know who you give a win for on that. It just fought for it.
Yep,
that was a draw. But now here's some room for Carlson. Shot right on.
Yes.
And Erdahl makes the save and holds on.
I got a little excited there.
You did.
Yeah, that's right. It's in that nice play, but it was a nice play, and then he never goes quite where you want it to, unless it goes in the net.
No, he kind of gave it to him right in the big part of the body. Chest protector save. But we had been singing Carlson's praises, and he comes up with a nice play right away.
There's your face-off.
Win off the face-off, and Shermone puts it home. I don't think that one was tipped.
I don't either. Boy, nice clean face-off win. Boy, oh boy, how important they are.
Will Shermone scores from the defensive side. And Grand Rapids now with 4-0 lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Kept that shot low from the point.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to pick a top corner, right? Long shot in, and that one turned aside by Erdahl. Be interesting to watch, and as that shot fools Erdahl and goes to the side, but I'll be honest, I think Erdahl looks a little bit spooked to me.
He's fought the puck a little bit from the first power play where he kind of missed him a little bit. He does look a little jittery this first game.
Long shot, and that goes wide the net. Rebounds out all the way down the ice, and Shermone has to go back to pick it up. Thunderhawks lead 4-0 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Here's Shermone through center. He'll gain the line. Slam on the brakes deep in the corner. Thunderhawks almost getting caught for too many men on the ice.
It's nice to have that Shermone have the flexibility to play both forward, defense, and carries the puck so well. It's certainly a plus to have that. Grand Rapids is very fortunate. It's a nice puck-carrying defenseman.
And they've had that for a number of years now.
Will Stoffer last year was a nice puck-carrying defenseman.
Yeah. We got spoiled with Jack Peart for so long.
Yeah, he's done all right, too.
Yes, he has. Special talent right when he came up.
Yes.
Behind the net goes out to center ice. Carpenter gets it there. Now out front, Grand Rapids with a chance and looking for the corner, and shooting it wide was Kyler Miller. Puck to the half wall, chipped out to center into the Grand Rapids zone. Carpenter to get it. Puts on the brakes, nice pass ahead. Gets it to Drennan. Drennan turns, his shot turned aside by Erdahl. And into the netting. 4-0 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. 14:37 to go, second period.
A little shout out to our Thunderhawk sponsors of Grand Rapids Tire and Auto. Yeti Earthworks Dutch Room and Fred's Live Debate.
Face off won cleanly by Grand Rapids. Shot. Erdahl didn't see it cleanly, never got through. Now a shot right on, rebound fought for, but Erdahl is on top of it.
He hasn't had a lot of easy saves either, though. They've had some real tough shots on him, and a lot of traffic in front, that I'm sure is keeping our coaching staff happy.
Grand Rapids sends out the Gunderson line, along with Langlois and Svatos, I believe. Face off again, won by Grand Rapids, but this time they'll say so Grand Rapids wins the face-off. They blow the whistle, kick the Hibbing guy out. It's like if it was Hibbing that cheated, just let Grand Rapids have the puck. At least that'd be my opinion. Behind the Grand Rapids net as Murphy fights for it there. Also there is a Benny Golly for Hibbing as the puck up to the blue line, not out yet, but now Gunderson picks it up, and Gunderson gets it out to center and into the Hibbing zone. Satos puts on the brakes in the corner. Edmonds will pick it up behind the net, shoot it around the boards, down the ice, and that should be an icing, and it is. Icing on Hibbing. Face-off will come back into the Hibbing zone. 4-0 Grand Rapids. 13:47 to go, second period.
Boy, they're really buzzing now and keeping lots of pressure on that Hibbing.
They are, and Hibbing just does not have, they just don't have the puck on their stick very much yet. Face off to the right of Erdahl, one cleanly, back to the point. Roll off, takes a hard shot, goes off a leg, bounces back in front. Thunderhawks able to keep it in. Garski Moves it down low. That's Nathan Garski. Goes to Jacob Garski in the corner. He's double teamed. Miller keeps it in. Goes to Nathan Garski on the far side. Behind the net is McHugh. Comes out to center and shot into the Grand Rapids zone. Kerr will leave it there for Roloff. Roloff taps it ahead to Garski. Garski rink wide to Tyler Miller. Miller's shot goes wide of the net. Another long shot, this one from center by Broberg. Turned aside by Erdahl. Has the puck just outside the zone, turned. Miller gets it in, and then he's dumped. Picking it up there is Bladen McHugh. McHugh gets it out to center. Shot into the Grand Rapids zone. Has the puck. Now in the Hibbing zone, deep into the corner. Slapping it around behind the net. And it'll bounce out to center ice. Trying to find his way along the boards is Scheiman. Scheiman put it deep into the Hibbing zone. Squirts back out to center. And Carpenter. Carpenter moves it to Scheiman. And I would just say play has gotten a little more ragged here in the last 2 minutes.
Yes, it has.
Shot right on, and that's what happens off a ragged play. All of a sudden, a decent shot on that. Another one coming through traffic. Kerr makes the save. Puck cleared into the corner. Edmonds' shot bounces in front, and Kerr will cover it up and say, let's get some fresh troops on here.
Let's try pushing the reset button. Let's start again here. Yes, it's a good decision to hold on to that puck. It did get ragged. I was just thinking that. Just all of a sudden got a little sloppy.
Face-off will be in the Grand Rapids zone. Grand Rapids leads 4-0 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, they are the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Drennan out to center ice. Oh, that's a nice pickup of the pass out front, and Gunderson tied up. That was Jamison Duell. That's a nice pickup in the backhand.
Yes, it was. It was a nice play.
Puck back into the Grand Rapids zone, hitting, controlling it behind the net, but Grand Rapids, Gunderson, nice back check, takes over. Drennan out to Duell. Duell stick handles across the line, gets it to Drennan. Drennan had some room on the backhand, tried to get it back. Gunderson didn't connect. No one wants to take a backhand, John.
No, not anymore.
How many goals do you score on backhands in your career?
Well,
quite a few out there.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Of course, your
Never enough.
Your stick wasn't even curved, was it?
Well, by the time I was a sophomore in high school, I was.
Face off just outside the Hibbing zone. Just giving you a hard time.
You're dating me a little bit there.
That's right. Well, I remember the day when they'd take the six to the boards and check it make sure you didn't have too much curve on it.
You bet, yeah. You'd have to slide a dime under it at half inch.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
You get a penalty for that.
And the goal was called back.
Oh, yeah. Face off outside the Hibbing blue line. Comes back to Shermone. Shermone plays the rink wide. Roll off. Will flip it in. At the boards. Comes back to Shermone. Shermone's shot tipped. Well, that was Nathan Garski again in front. Long shot now goes wide. Back to Shermone. Shermone takes a little elbow and keeps it in the zone. Now Jacob Garski, his shot turned aside. Garski behind the net to Nathan Garski. Flipped out to the point. Roloff keeps that in. Backhands ahead. Jacob Garski back to Luka Roloff. Roloff. He'll come all the way in behind the Hibbing net. Circle on the near side. Doing the Kaprizov circle there. Now, with a little bit of room coming in, that was Kyler Miller caught both on the end of a shift and on defense, which he wasn't as comfortable with, but able to do just enough. Jacob Garski moves it behind the net to Shermone. Shermone taps it ahead. Garski didn't see it, so it was kept in by Hibbing at the blue line. Back to the point. McHugh has it go off his skate. Now puts it behind the goal line. McHugh can't keep it in. And Nathan Garski, he's at the end of his shift. Still almost had enough legs to put some pressure on there. Long shot. Ooh, tipped. And doesn't make it in. Another shot towards the side of the net by Elsner. Back to the point to McHugh. McHugh, shot, rebound. Oh, that was heading for the short side. Hibbing couldn't quite connect on it. Oh, Carlson overskates it, and it's backhanded back deep into the Grand Rapids zone. Some of these Hibbing players starting to find their varsity legs.
They certainly are.
As Sunball puts it back to Grand Rapids zone. Broberg to get it. Broberg moves it ahead, but it'll be beyond everyone on an icing call on the Thunderhawks. 8:39 to go. Second period. Grand Rapids leads 4-0.
We've had a little momentum shift here where Hibbing is starting to pick it up, and we'll see how Grand Rapids handles it, because it always changes in a game, and if Grand Rapids can handle it well, let's see how they do.
As it's the Jack Gabarty line out. First line out for Hibbing. At least the line that started. I'm not sure if that's actually their most talented line. And Grant has not been matching his top line against that line.
No, I don't think so.
Puck is flipped into Hibbing players bench. And the faceoff will come back into the Grand Rapids zone to the right of Ryan Kerr. 3 in the first, 1 in the second for the Thunderhawks. Goal scorers Murphy, Nathan Garski, Dominic Broberg, and Will Shermone. So 3 of the 4 goals scored by defensemen. The one that wasn't was a point shot that was tipped in.
That's right.
Long shot tipped wide. As Hibbing tries to apply the pressure, Brennan gets it to the line but not out. 3-on-2, shot goes over the net off the stick of Elsner. Long shot just wide to the far side. Back to the point, another shot, that gets all the way through and the Kerr turns it away. Kerr's a big goaltender, gets down, covers a lot of net. I don't even know if he needs to see those point shots usually.
Well,
he didn't see that one, just hit him. Puck into the Hibbing zone, but they'll break right back out to center ice. Rink wide pass is broken up. That was Tate Swanson trying to come in. Now back into the Hibbing zone. Nathan Garski picks it up out front looking for Jacob Garski. Doesn't connect. Long shot. That bounced sideways, but Kerr stayed on that. Didn't want to stop it for a face-off, so leaves it behind the net. Working his way up the boards is Salisbury. He stopped at the half wall, Thunderhawks. Nathan Garski gets it out to center. Gets it to Murphy. Murphy gains the blue line, flips it in for Kyler Miller. Miller flips it out front, but only navy blue there. Puck at center ice, and back checking is Nathan Garski. Garski drops it just outside the line, and we have an offside on the Thunderhawks.
Well, Kerr has certainly been solid this period.
Has a few more saves, only had 3 in the first period, 6 so far here in the second. Shot on goal in the second, if my math is correct, would be 6-5 in favor of Hibbing. Grand Rapids has the only goal. And leads 4-0. Puck shot in the Grand Rapids zone. They say no icing. Hibbing, forechecking, pick it up behind the net. Luke Roloff says, I'm not doing anything with that. Roloff does lose his stick. Thunderhawks able to clear it, and Roloff can retrieve his stick. Never like to see that.
No.
Scheinman tries to apply the forecheck, but it's flipped out to center, and Roloff back to get it, and pulls the shoot, and the referee lets him get by with it and calls icing.
Yeah,
he could have made it there.
Yeah, I think he didn't take a very good angle, or maybe he took just the right angle.
Took about 2 power strides and then coasted in from the Yanmar logo.
Yes, he does. He certainly has a nice stride.
5:59 to go, second period. 4-0 Grand Rapids. Face off into the corner, off the glass, and it gets over Shimon and out to center. Out front, here's a chance. Shot and goal. Tate Swanson on a 2-on-1 puts Hibbing on the board. 4-1. So Tate Swanson, one of those youngsters, he's a sophomore.
Yeah, that whole line is all sophomore, Sheldon, there.
Well, there's some talent on this. What's listed as a second line on our sheet.
Yes.
That's a good line.
That'll be a fun one to watch come mid-January and February, I think.
And I didn't get the number of the other player on the 2-on-1, but there'll certainly be 1 assist.
Yes. Back check there.
I have no idea. We'll wait till the live score sheet. And shot right on as Kamsula gets the shot on that. And Kerr makes that save. Kerr holds on for the faceoff. 5:32 to go. You know, that 4-0 lead felt pretty comfortable. I will say another goal in this period, 4-2 would not seem that comfortable.
It will not. No, it will not.
Out front and just not quite connecting as the Thunderhawks will gain control. Nathan Garski puts it all the way deep into the Hibbing zone. Thunderhawks with it behind the Hibbing net. Plays it to Jacob Garski, back to the front. Quick shot, hits the boards behind Erdahl. I don't think he had a good look at it. Now Nathan Garski behind the net. Garski leaves it there for Jacob Garski. To the point, Bauer Murphy tries to center it. Taken away by Hibbing. Here's a breakaway. Breakaway for the Blue Jackets. Backhand, what a save by Kerr. Isaiah Hildebrand, that's our M&H save of the game right there. On a clean breakaway. And there's some extracurriculars going on right in front of the Hibbing bench. Garski was involved in that. But we'll give Kerr the M&H Convenience Store save of the game while they sort this out. Garski's going to the box. I would guess it's coincidentals.
Well, I would guess they're going to go down as coincidentals, although it happened early to Garski, and I didn't see the first penalty that was called, but Garski wasn't very happy with what happened.
No. It looks like Benny Golly is also going. M&A Convenience Store, that's the save of the game right before that. And when you're on the run looking for a quick and healthy snack or drink, M&H Convenience Store, the place to stop. And you can save 5 cents a gallon when you pay inside and get something good to eat.
It is coincidental.
So we'll continue to skate 5-on-5.
The face-off comes to center ice, I guess, because the first penalty, stoppage of play, was caused by the Hibbing penalty to bring it out there.
So no difference on the ice, no penalty kill or power play. 2 players in the box, 1 for each. As a centering pass. Doesn't connect, but still in the Grand Rapids zone. Played. And the game's getting a little more rugged as well. As Gavin Forrest gets out to center, now it's back in the Grand Rapids zone. As spin around, Kerr able to seal the pipe on that one. Hibbing again, gets the turnover up front. Puck skips wide. Another shot, that one's blocked. by Carlson. Carlson chases it out to center. McHugh will get there first. Now Xander Scheiman. Scheiman moves it up the boards. Drennan's shot. There's a nice save by Erdahl.
Was a nice save. A nice quick shot by Gus. Drennan there.
You know, I said Erdahl was looking shaky early in the period. That was a really nice save. Everyone's playing better. Well, with two players in the penalty box, it is not a power play or a penalty kill, but penalties and power plays brought to you by Groom's Property Service and Groom's Hawk and Lift, Northern Minnesota dealer for Shoremaster, Premier Waterfront Products, and Legend Attachments. Puck played out and down the ice. Getting chase is Boberg. He'll get there in time. No icing. Hibbing able to pick it up. And Hibbing just getting to more pucks. They've just been a step quicker this period than Grand Rapids.
I think their confidence has improved quite a bit this period.
Faceoff will be to the right of Ryan Kerr. We said Grant maybe wouldn't have had too much to complain about in period one. He may have a little more to complain about after this period.
I think you're right.
Face-off won by Hibbing. Shot right on. Kerr turns that aside. Puck played up the boards. Thunderhawks will get it out to center. Here comes Duell. Jonathan Duell's shot turned aside by Erdahl. Drennan into the corner. Cross to Roloff. Roloff looking for a spot. Gets it right on net. Picked an open lane and got it through. Now here's Duell. Duell has the puck poked off his stick and comes out to center. Hibbing has it at the board. Duell tries to take it away, put in front of the net. Roloff gets it up to center, but has the puck get too far ahead of him, and it's back into the Grand Rapids zone. Drennan slaps the puck against Edmonds, and Hibbing takes over. Hibbing gains the red line, shoots it deep into the zone. No, they didn't gain the red line.
They called him an icing there. It didn't quite get to the red line. Take a minute to thank our sponsors again with the Winnie Trading Post, Sandy's Pizza, Grand Rapids, Woodland Bay, Essentia Health, Grand Rapids Dental Center, and Timberlake Lodge. Thank you, sponsors of Thunderhawk Hockey.
Face off to the right of Tim Erdahl. 2:20 to go in the second period. Grand Rapids leads 4-1. Puck shot down the ice, and another icing on Hibbing. Shots on goal by the live scoreboard were 13-3 at halftime after the first period. Now 20-15, which means 12 shots for Hibbing this period.
Yes. I think most game in the last 10 minutes of the period here.
Yeah.
They dominated the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, I thought, and all of a sudden the ice started to slant the other way a little bit.
Puck goes into the Grand Rapids players bench, so we'll have a face-off. It'll come back in the Hibbing zone. So I was watching some old state tournament action. Might have been from 75. And when you had face-offs at all kinds of weird spots on the ice.
Yes.
I had forgotten that.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Rapids with the puck behind the net, coming out in front, and having puck poked away was Kyler Miller. Puck at the half wall, back to the point. Shimon keeps it in, goes to Roloff. Roloff down to the half wall, gets it out front. Miller can't get a shot off. Now Hibbing, and they've been going for that stretch pass. It's worked once. Feels like playing a Mike Randolph team. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone, comes to Shimon. Shimon moves it to Roloff. Roloff, loses a puck for a moment. Quick enough to get back on it. Roloff still with it at the half wall. Pokes it on the backhand. Out to center ice, down the ice. And this time they don't give him the benefit of the doubt on the circuitous route down the ice. Kyle Murphy breaks up that rush at center ice. Gully was half a step away from a breakaway, and Murphy made it look easy. Forrest. Gavin Forrest to center into Hibbing territory. Behind the net, rubbed off the puck there. Caleb Gunderson fighting for it along with Gavin Forrest. And keeping it in nicely, shot right on, and Erdahl stops it, puts it into the corner, 16 seconds left. And now here come the Blue Jackets out to center into the Grand Rapids zone with 6 seconds left. Thunderhawks playing around behind. Control it, slap it down the ice, and that will do it. Long shot, but that would have been too late anyways. A goal apiece in the second period. Thunderhawks lead by 3, 4-1 after 2 periods. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Well, I think we're going to find out a little bit how we handle a little bit of the adversity with the momentum swinging the other way.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's all right. We'll learn a little bit how they come out this third period. I think we'll know right away. Yeah, it got a little ragged for a little bit, and then it just kind of went in Hibbing's favor after that kind of ended.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Ouch. That was a complete disconnect on the radio. Good thing we were on a break.
Oh.
We've had a couple little dropouts, but that was a complete.
Okay. You know how?
I didn't say 6'4".
Okay.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he is. And that's, you know, what you're saying, he's down doing the drop, you cover a lot.
Yeah.
But Hunter Shepard is obviously shown you don't have to be 6'5" to be
He's
an
6'1",
NHL
right?
goalie. Yeah, he's 6'1", and he's in the NHL. So, but it's certainly an advantage, that height.
Oh, yeah. And they like a big in college.
Oh,
in the
they
NHL.
sure do. Just because you're always in that V drop, and so then you cover more of that high area. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Marv said those scoring chances went all of a sudden for.
Yeah.
And we didn't have, or Hibbing didn't have many in that first period. They certainly will have had a few more in this one.
And back at Yanmar Arena, where we've got Chuck-a-Puck going on. Have you ever won the Chuck-a-Puck?
You know, I have not won it. My son won it the first time he ever did it. And he got mad at me because I just put my name on all the pucks that we put in there. And I didn't think it mattered. And then sure enough, he wins it. And he wasn't upset that he still got the money, but he didn't get,
He didn't get
the recognition for his name being called. So I haven't forgotten that, and I don't think he has either.
And I've only done it a couple times, and every time I pretty much embarrass myself.
Yeah, that's right.
So I usually don't try anymore, but certainly getting a little money for youth hockey, which everybody needs some money.
That's right, and it's always kind of fun to watch.
It is.
Yes,
it is. Chance to win some pizza as well. But Grand Rapids, a 4-1 lead, as still waiting for the somewhat live scoreboard to catch up. I think Marv's lagging a little bit behind on that. But Grand Rapids, it was Will Shimon. I don't have the assists on that goal. And then Tate Swanson for Hibbing, assisted by Elsner and Kempsula for the Hibbing goal at 11-10 to cut it to 4-1. And Hibbing really had the best of play probably the last 10 minutes of that period.
I think so, and I think the shots will show that when Marv comes up with those, and certainly the scoring chances.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah.
I would say Hibbing outchanced Grand Rapids that period after probably not getting a chance in the first period.
I think the last 10 minutes or so for sure, Sheldon.
So Grand Rapids, you can't just rest on it. 3 goals seems like a solid lead, but when you've been outplayed for a significant portion of the second period, you can't just say, "Oh, we're in control."
My guess is that's exactly what they're telling them right now. Maybe with a little more emphasis.
Yes, maybe with a little bit. Voices maybe raised a little louder than mine.
That could be.
That could happen.
Yes,
that could happen.
Could.
Getting the attention time. But Grand Rapids, a solid 4-1 lead after 2 periods. We'll take another break, and when we come back, it's the Lakes Gas Between Periods summary. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105Radio.com.
Lots of good things to go over this period, though, with those players. You know, they played so well the first period, and then when you don't come out and move your feet quite as much, the intensity level drops just a little, it changes. I think these first few shifts are going to tell a pretty big story for how this period's going to go.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Marv has scoring chances. It's a preview for our YouTube listeners. Marv has scoring chances 4-2 Hibbing.
Okay, and I think there were 5-0 or 5-0.
Yeah, 5-0
for the first period. Yeah, so there you go. Do they announce the attendance, Sheldon, or no? They don't
No, they
anymore.
don't.
They don't have a way to count them, I don't think.
I doubt it.
Yeah. With the season ticket holder, well, whatever, I guess. Yeah. But it's sure pretty doggone full.
Still a little bit, but it was a big step.
Middle of January, February, I think.
they got some potential. When it's all going to be a question of how they handle the most. You know, it's like, if it is for success, are they going to piss them on the line, or are they going to say, hey, because they got like 4 like.
And welcome back to Yanmar Arena as we have our between period summary brought to you by Lakes Gas. We want you to stay warm this winter. They are your local choice for propane. Check your tanks often. If you need a fill, reach out to Lake Gas. Proud to be sponsoring Thunderhawk Athletics. For the Thunderhawks, they scored first in the period, took a 4-0 lead on a Will Germone goal, and then Tate Swanson from Elsner and Chase Kamsula made it 4-1. Ryan Kerr also stopped a breakaway in that stretch. Marv has the shot attempts at 17-14 for Grand Rapids. Shots on goal 12-9 in that period for Hibbing. Hit 7-5 Grand Rapids. Faceoff wins much closer at 11-9. Grand Rapids 11 wins, 9 losses for 55%. And scoring chances, Grand Rapids with 2 and 4 for the Hibbing Blue Jackets. And that is your between period summary brought to you by Lakes Gas. You know, you got Donna here. You give, as long as he's here, you give him a microphone. I do not, Mark. This is totally. We're on the air, man. Yes, you can. You've done it before to me.
Never have.
Yeah, I've interviewed you before, and you've always cleaned it up for radio. Mark DeCenzo, who longtime Hibbing coach, also Grand Rapids Hall of Fame member. I see your picture on the wall there.
That's scary, huh?
Isn't it? You look a little younger in that picture.
Just a tad.
But talk a little bit about what we've seen in the first 2 periods here. It looked like a lot of the young Hibbing players took them about a period and a half to really get adjusted to varsity speed.
Yeah, no, in the first period, Rapids definitely played at a faster pace, and they kind of played more as a team type of thing, and kind of I think the pace was faster than what the Hibbing kids were used to or ready for. And they're young. They got 3 seniors, and they got that's all the guys they have coming back. So it's just understandable. And it's one of those things. It was kind of nice to see. You get dominated like they did in that first period. You got 2 choices. We pick up the pace, we put our tails between the legs, and it was nice to see they responded with a little bit of effort.
Yeah, with a couple breaks, they had that breakaway. This could be a 4-2, 4-3 game right now.
Yeah, and that was a nice poised pass that the Kamsula made on that goal, a nice shot by Swanson. I mean, it's nice poised plays by a couple of young players.
Well, and I know this has certainly been a tough fall for you, and we had the memorial and moment of silence for Adam here today. How is the community, and how are you dealing with it?
Well, it's a tough one. In the family, obviously, it's going to be a long time for them, and but it's nice the outpouring of support that they're getting. It doesn't take away the pain, but it's got to at least comfort them a little bit, and it's going to be one of those things and it's just because there's such an odd thing and such a great kid that it's like with me, it's every day I kind of question, did it really, is it really real?
Happen?
And I still have a hard time accepting that it's a reality.
Yeah, but yet it is.
It is, yeah.
And it's one of those very, very hard things to adjust to.
Yeah, it was tragic,
And I don't know what you can say that hasn't been said over the last few weeks. A few weeks about that. But have you seen? I'm sure it's something that's talked about all over Hibbing. I mean, it's talked about all over the hockey world. But if you go to the coffee shop or any local establishment, I'm sure it's a point of conversation all the time.
I'm guessing, but I haven't been around. I have a cabin up in Lutz. I live in the woods. It's off the grid. Until the snow falls. So I really. Okay. I don't really know what's going on half the time, which that doesn't surprise people.
Oh, okay.
that I don't know what's going on.
Well, a lot of people didn't think you knew what was going on when was coaching either.
They still don't.
Give me one of your fond memories from your days of coaching, because you did that a long time.
There's almost too many. But I guess the one thing that's kind of always neat is that. Because of the way it got laid out in the playoffs, that we could never play the semifinals. It always had to be here.
Right.
And it was an enjoyable experience. It was always packed. It was always electric. And to me, playoffs is what it's all about. So and kind of neat that you had my playing days here, and then to come here and coach and be able to play, a semifinal game that's crucial in here every year was enjoyable.
Yep. And during that time, I was covering I-Fall sports, and you dominated.
I don't know if
you
we
dominated the Broncos here, 3-4 years in a row.
I don't know if we dominated, but we got by them. They had some nice teams, some nice players.
They did.
And it's ironic you bring that up, and I can remember Jake Uso, who I thought just was playing against him was like, you couldn't really like him. But I got to know him afterwards. He was one of the most enjoyable kids I've ever met.
Yes.
So it's kind of neat how that works is, you're going against somebody and you get one feel for him and then you get to know him. It's like I say, he's just a class kid.
Yeah, well, thanks for taking a little time. I just sprung this on you.
Yes, you did.
You were hanging around talking John, so I said, look at this. I have some time to get something on the air.
And I know why I never want to talk to John. Some bad things always happen.
I'll tell him you said that.
Okay.
That's Mark DeCenzo, and you can hand that back to John. John has to earn his money now. So got about 2 minutes to go before the third period starts, and that's one of those impromptu interviews that's fun to have.
Absolutely. Well, he had, I think, 30 years of high school hockey coaching. That's unheard of now. 27 or so at Hibbing, I think Mark had, and I don't know if he had about 4 down somewhere in Minneapolis, Apple Valley, I'm not sure where.
So, and that actually brings up a point that I wanted to talk to you about, and we have a little bit of time here before the third period, John. So since Bruce LaRock was done here at Grand Rapids, Grant is now the 5th coach in that time, and I think that's 12 years, 13, 12 years, 13 years?
Ooh, that at the most.
At the most, yeah. So how important is it to have stability? Because Grand Rapids, since Bruce, has been going through quite a few coaches.
It really has got through quite a few coaches. And I remember the first year I went down to the coaches meeting, I said the average term of a Minnesota head high school coach is under 2 years.
Wow.
And so, and it's more so important to a smaller community, the Hibbings, the Grand Rapids, because Grand will be so involved with the youth program. Because people don't transfer in like, Minnetonka wins the state tournament. I think 7 of their 9 forwards can play Bantams in Minnetonka. And so you don't necessarily have to groom them where it's an 8, 9, 10-year project here. And so that is so important, Sheldon.
And Grant is a fairly young coach.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, you would love to have Grant be the next Bruce LaRock, or name your longtime coach, the next Mark DeCenzo, or
And I think Grant, he just loves, he breathes, sleeps hockey.
Oh, yes.
And so I think he could be the one. I am really excited to have him for Grand Rapids hockey.
And like you said, he's going to be so involved. As soon as we were done with the interview, with the pregame interview, he was talking to Steve about some minor hockey things.
Oh, you bet.
That was the subject of conversation. It wasn't actually about this game.
Yeah, I believe, because he's so intelligent when it comes to the game. Anyways, and his passion and commitment is, you can't question it at all. So we're good to have him. I hope he does stick around for a long time.
And he already has a track record as a head coach.
Oh, yes. Yes, he does. Yeah, he has a good one.
Yes, he does. Well, the only coach to beat Hermantown in a section game in Section 7 for how many years?
Oh, gosh, yeah. No kidding. I have no idea. Way too many.
Yes.
Way too many years.
Well, if you heard him on the pregame interview, what he said, immediately said, after tonight, I'm going to be Hibbing's greatest fan. Get out of the section.
Yes,
that's exactly what he was talking about.
That's exactly right. You're always committed to those, teams, and I don't know how many years he's the assistant coach with Mark over there, and you're always tied to him. Well, let's see these first couple shifts, Sheldon.
Yes. Now, certainly Hibbing responded to Grand Rapids domination.
Yeah.
And now let's see if Grand Rapids has another gear.
That's right. That's right. I really do. I remember Mike Sertich for years and years would always say on the bench, he said, the mark of a true champion is watch them when they're getting beat. And you see when the momentum's against them.
Grand Rapids, both teams putting out their, actually, no, they're going, Hibbing goes with that second young line. The Elsner line has off the face-off puck into the Hibbing zone. It's cleared out to center ice. Garski was going to go in, but he had Nathan Garski trapped offside. Backhanded into the zone. Edmonds picks it up there. Edmonds shoots it down the ice, and that misses everyone, and we'll have an icing call. Finally got the assist on the Will Shermone goal. That assist goes to Seth Carlson.
Oh, there you go. Boy, you had a nice game, hasn't he?
And he's out there now to take the face-off. Quick change for Grand Rapids, just 22 seconds. And this time Hibbing wins the draw, goes back behind the net to Strukel. Strukel plays it out to center ice. Shermone shoots it back in. Strukel will try it again. Bounces back in offside, and now to the line. Centering pass by Hildebrand, doesn't get through. Grand Rapids chasing it behind the net. At the half wall, dug out by the Thunderhawks, and they do get out to center ice. Stopped there by McHugh in his own zone. Stopping it, moving it out is Carlson. Now roll off, cross ice pass to Shermone. Shermone has it go off the end of his stick, cases it deep into the corner. McHugh moves it to Hildebrand, tipped out to center. Stopped there by Carlson. Moved ahead to Duel. Duel tries to make a move, but is stopped at the blue line. Drennan knocks the puck down at center ice, but it still gets to the Grand Rapids blue line. Now the Thunderhawks with Murphy carrying on. Actually, that's Drennan. Drennan puts it out in front, and taking over are the Blue Jackets out to center ice. Back to the line to McHugh. McHugh plays across ice. Puck slots in front to Kerr. Moves it out to center, where McDonald moves it over to Edmonds. Back to McDonald on the far side. McDonald looks for the breakaway pass. Close. He just needs to play billiards a little more. Didn't quite have the angle.
Hibbing seems to be stretching the ice a little bit. That keeps our defenseman off our, the offensive blue line a little bit. Sending that floater out there.
And they did that. That was something that was effective in the second period as well as 4-1 Grand Rapids. On the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. To the point, Edmonds' shot, that's blocked at the defense. Edmonds tries again, this time goes cross ice. Another shot blocked, this time by Garski. And we're going to have a whistle, and someone is heading to the box. It will be a Grand Rapids penalty with
Job Carpenter.
Job Carpenter going to the box. Second penalty, second power play for the Hibbing Blue Jackets. And penalty kill brought to you by Grooms Dock and Lift. Dock and Lift install and removal, service and repair, consignment, canopy replacement, and barge services. Sounds like if you need anything done on the lake, they can do that. If you don't have your dock out yet, it's a little late. Just saying. Hibbing. Puck at the half wall. Move it down deep. At the post, and Kerr will cover it for a face-off. Hibbing had zero control in their first power play. It'd be interesting to see how much better this one is.
Yes, and the face-off's so important. These were the two original penalty killers for us, and we'll see how it goes now.
Garski wins the draw, and this is flipped off the boards, down the ice, giving chase is Kyler Miller. Hibbing gets there first, and Hibbing with speed through center. Shot goes over the net, as that was a nice rush by Strukel. Puck bounces pass the point in out to center. Here's Edmonds. As the Thunderhawks can't control it at center. Roloff takes his man down the half wall. Hits him again. And here's a takeaway. Garski, partial breakaway. Comes in, he's tripped.
Penalty?
That could be a penalty shot. That's close.
Let's see.
Nope, they're just giving him a tripping. I'm going to
Oh,
say
that
Grant
was close. It was close. We both turned to the ref just to watch him. He's going to give us the signal.
Although for Grand Rapids, they might like a penalty better when you're already shorthanded.
Could be, or late in a game. You can decline a penalty
I
shot.
know
And
you
so
can.
If you're 5 minutes left in the game, you decline it, so you have 2 more minutes of the man advantage.
2 years ago, remember the Andover game? Penalty shot with no time remaining?
And then,
When Miles Gunderson made the save with a 1-goal lead?
yeah, yeah, that's right. Oh, God.
That was high drama.
Yes.
But Garski just got in that passing lane, took that cross-ice pass, had a half a step, and came in and was taken down. So we'll skate 4-on-4. And the power play, then Grand Rapids will have a 2-second power play, brought to you by Grooms Property Service, locally owned and operated business, proudly serving Grand Rapids and surrounding areas. Lawn care, landscaping, shoreline tree removal, barge services, boat and year-round storage, and property management. Tripping call, puck at the post, and it cleared away by Erdahl. Back to the point, Murphy's shot turned aside by Erdahl. Roloff puts it in deep. Gavin Forrest tries to come out front. Shot gets through Erdahl, lays in the crease, and it's cleared away. 3-on-2 for Hibbing. Has taken off the puck was Elsner. Thunderhawks get it back. They clear out to center ice. Cross ice pass to Luka Roloff. Roloff behind the net for Gavin Forrest. Roloff tries to pick it up again. Hibbing. Now with the puck moving it ahead to Elsner. Elsner puts on the brakes. Shot that goes wide. Bounces behind the net. And on the netting. No scoring yet in the third. 4-1 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard as we skate. Well, Grand Rapids now with their 2-second power play. Grooms Property Service power play.
Take a minute to thank our sponsors, Paul Bunyan Telephone, Grand Rapids Chevrolet, Deerwood Bank, Tasker Reliable Insurance, Grand Rapids Public Utilities. Thank you for your sponsorship.
To the point, shot right on, and Kerr makes the save and holds on.
Hibbing's improved a little bit on the face-offs percentages, I think, also.
Yeah, they were, Grand Rapids won 11, lost 9 in the second period. So like 55% instead of 68. Grand Rapids wins that one as Murphy goes behind the net. Murphy, nice pass ahead to Carlson. Carlson puts on the brakes, gets it to Garski. Garski back to the point to Murphy. Murphy gets it back at the blue line. His shot right on. Erdahl leaves the rebound out front, but it's cleared. Murphy picks it up at center. Nice little jump set by the referee getting over that puck. Back to the point, but gets past Murphy and out to center. Shimon back to Murphy. 17 seconds left in the Grand Rapids power play. Drop pass to Garski, back to Murphy, back to Garski at the half wall. Now Shimon has to take it on the backhand. Has it poked away from him. Cooley picks it back up. Carlson out front and shot wide by Garski. Carlson again to the post. Grand Rapids jamming away at it, but Erdahl leaves it, keeps it out, and now Hibbing taking exception to Carlson banging away at the post. It was a bit of a late whistle.
Yeah,
Carlson questioning why he's going.
I think they're just keeping him even and
Yep.
keep control of the game, I guess.
Both taking roughings.
I sure like the way he goes to the net hard, though.
you love Carlson playing to the whistle, just banging away at it, and you would expect Barty to take exception to that.
Yep.
I would take exception if that was my goal. And when Carlson comes back to the players' box, I would expect Coach Clafton to say, "Good job."
I would expect so.
So we're still 5-on-5 with Continental Miners here in high school. They don't take players off the ice. .11:18 to go as Scheinman has the puck poked off his stick as it flips over the crowd.
There's a souvenir.
They'll
you
toss
get
it back. Hey, the first night at Yanmar, that puck might have been worth something on eBay.
I wouldn't.
Face off to the right of Tim Erdahl, 11:11 to go. Grand Rapids leading 4-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Off boards, out to center. Roloff tries to glove it down and clips it into the Hibbing box. That's the face-off now outside the Hibbing blue line. Referee says you tried to make a change that you weren't allowed to, so switches up Hibbing players. Face-off, won by Grand Rapids. Roloff makes it through center, gets it to the side, and is shot right on by Forrest. Gavin Forrest gets a shot on net.
Nice play by Luca, Gavin.
Whatever Grant said, I think it had some effect
I think
at
so.
intermission.
A little more intensity. And he came out strong also.
Oh, this is better hockey, more intense hockey than we've had so far tonight. Back to the point. Shot right on. Erdahl didn't see it till the last minute.
Yeah. Another nice face-off by Grand Rapids.
Nathan Gursky takes a little whack at it. Erdahl talking to the referee. Don't let him do that to me. Gursky wins the draw, kept in momentarily, but now out to center ice. Sherman kept it in initially with a skate as Miller chops it in behind Erdahl in the hitting zone. Edmonds out to center, hits players at center, no icing, as Kerr leaves it there for Roloff. Rink-wide pass. Sherman has it get a little ahead of him, so he'll just slow down. Long pass comes to the far side to Kamsula. Kamsula had an assist on the Hibbing goal. At the half wall, Thunderhawks trying to get, nice play by Gursky. Taps it ahead to Miller. Miller tries the drag, goes far side! And Nathan Gursky gets his second.
Yeah, it was quite a play.
That was the best unintentional pass I have seen in a long time.
I hate to say unintentional, but I think you might be right. Yes, it was right on his forehand, an open net. So, good things happen, I guess, when you go hard to the net.
I'm going to chuckle at Kyler Miller's pass. He'll get an assist, but that was a great play through center.
It was. Really played well, yes. The hard part was, coming right across our blue line.
As the puck into the zone, hybrid icing would have saved that one. Drennan was in there first.
Yeah,
you think they'll ever get that in high school? I mean, I don't like the touch icing. You'll never get that, and you don't have it in college either. But the hybrid that they have in college.
And I'm just wondering on the referee, you need another referee to stay up there if it's a real close call to be down at that end.
Yeah.
Can the linesman get there? I'm not sure.
McHugh keeps it in at the blue line. A good point on the extra referee. I would have thought of that. As the puck out front and fanning on it was Kamsula. Now the Thunderhawks out to center. Drennan on the far side, centering pass just in front of Caleb Gunderson. Comes to Duell on the near side. Back to the point, pitching in, keeping it in there was Salisbury, but now out to center ice from Swanson. Swanson backhanded on net. Kerr turns that away, comes back to Kerr, and Kerr stops it and holds it and settles it down.
Yep, I think so. Just settle it down. Now you have a 5-1 lead, 4-goal lead.
9:14 go. Grand Rapids up 5-1. The Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Face-off, shot right on. Nice blocker save by Kerr. Off the boards, giving chase is Forrest. He is fast, and we hadn't really seen his straight line speed until that play right there. Back to center ice comes Sunval. Sunval stopped at the blue line. Played behind the Grand Rapids net as Forrest gets it again. Gavin Forrest head to Carlson. Carlson to Scheiman. Scheiman's shot. Nice glove save by Erdahl.
Very nice save. That corner was open and he almost had it.
And that was a nice play all the way through. And Carlson was in the middle of it again.
Yes, that line has done well. Played well.
Face-off will be in the Hibbing zone to the right of Tim Erdahl. Shots on goal now 29-18 Grand Rapids. And they lead 5-1 to the point. Played across. Broberg shot, hits traffic in front. Come back to the line to Broberg. Broberg, another shot. That one goes wide. Garski digs it out and get it back to Carpenter for a moment. Puck still in the zone, kept in at the line by Svatos. Svatos chases it in, can't keep it in. This is Svatos along with Langlois. And a shot right on, and Garski, I don't think they have the final center for this fourth line, so Garski taking a double shift. Puck behind the net, and Hibbing trying to get it out to center, trying to push it past Langlois, and instead it will go into the Hibbing bench. No, it won't. I thought that was in the Hibbing bench. Still fought for right in front of players' benches. Comes back to McHugh, who plays it out to center, and Shermone has it there. Shermone plays it up the boards to Langlois. Langlois, shoot the puck, son. You got a hat trick on your mind. Half wall to Roloff, and Kyler Miller has his stick shot out of his hands almost as high as the glass.
The Rapids is playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're moving the puck well and transitioning from defense to offense well. They're playing well.
Yep. They've answered the question of the last half of that second period.
Yes.
They've been the better team out here in the third and have the own goal, lead 5-1. Comes out to center ice. Schoen plays it to Roloff. Roloff behind net, behind the Hibbing net. Erdahl stops it there. Played up the near board. Stopped by Roloff. Shot. Tipped just wide by McDonald. Erdahl says with friends like this, who needs enemies?
Yes.
Had one goal scored on him by his own player already. Centering pass, clipped toward the net. It's gloved down for a moment and comes in on Kerr. Now at the half wall, kept in there by Elsner. Elsner's shot turned away. At the half wall in his own zone, Thunderhawks try to get it out to center. Roloff does for a moment, but right back in, thrown in front of the net. 6:22 to go. Yes. Puck right out in front of him, Hibbing scores. Kick between the legs of Ryan Kerr, and it's 5-2.
I didn't really see that happen. I was watching a little scrum in the corner.
Yes, so was I.
Yeah,
But I think it's Swanson with his second, just going by who. You can usually tell by who leads the parade.
Yes, I think so. But I didn't see how it gets set up.
Yeah, it was flipped out in front of the net, and a nice play by Swanson in front. And sliding in front. Who was that? That was Sunball. Almost made it 5-3 there in a heartbeat. Went across the net, had the backhand, and just had it slide off the end of his stick. Long shot, that's stopped by the Thunderhawks. And out to center, Murphy. Spins it into the zone. Murphy puts on the brakes, backhands it. Oh, looking for Caleb Gunderson on the backside. Shot right on Erdahl. Turns that away. Out to center. Gunderson stops it, flips it back in. Behind the net now goes Sunball. Out to center ice where Murphy puts it back deep. Yeah, running the big long stretch. That was Elsner. Grand Rapids. Carlson stick handles in front and just has the puck go off his stick. Forrest picks it up. Back to Carlson. Carlson's shot. Nice glove.
Nicely done. Yeah, there's nice play there by all of them.
5-1.
They seem to really like to play together.
They do?
They're fun to watch, the way they move that puck. It's fun to see. Little rink rat hockey.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. 5-2 Grand Rapids in the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, the official sports medicine provider of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Carlson taking the draw to the right of Erdahl. Puck will come back to the point, kept in. Edmonds hasn't learned his lesson. Stopped that with a stick. Got by with that one though. Forrest out to center ice. Carlson gets to the half wall. Stops, looks for Scheinman. Scheinman able to pick it up. Scheinman still fighting for it. Now Gavin Forrest. Yeah. These guys, hard hats and lunch buckets.
There you go, yeah.
I like it. Carlson gains the blue line. Tries to fight his way in. Forrest comes in, picks it up. Back to the point. Kept in by Shermone. Shermone fans on the shot. Now gets it behind that. Scheinman picks it up there. Back to the point. Shot by Shermone. Scheinman was in front of the net, but it goes off his stick and wide. And out front, and we're going to have a slashing call I believe on Grand Rapids. Referee said, I've seen enough of sticks flying all over the place. Xander Scheinman. Was it a high sticking or a...
They called an interference.
Interference?
Yeah.
Okay. So it will be the third Hibbing power play. The one was truncated a little bit.
Yes.
There, that's the 8-cylinder word for tonight. Truncated.
Okay, there, okay.
You like that?
That was. Oh, okay.
Shortened. Power play brought to you by Groom's Property Service, Lawn Care, Landscaping, Lot Clearing, year-round storage, property management, and snow removal. That's the one we can think of right now. But Grand Rapids on the penalty kill. Kyler Miller brings it deep into the zone. Takes it right along the boards. Looks like he just lost an edge, though. I don't think so. Anyone took his skates. Now back into the Grand Rapids zone. Gabardi tries to center it. Stays in the corner at the half wall. Back to the point. Top of the circle in front. Tipped wide by Kamsala. Comes to the near wall. Hibbing keeping it in. Shermone chases it deep into the corner. Hibbing double teams the puck, comes away with it. At the side of the net, the centering pass intercepted by Garski, and he flips it all the way down the ice. Grand Rapids will make changes. 1:04 to go in the Groom's Property Service power play. Here comes Elsner. Elsner ridden into the boards just inside the Rapid blue line. Gavin Forrest off the glass and out to center and all the way down the ice. Erdahl has to come up and play it away from Gunderson, who was forechecking. Now here comes Edmonds. Edmonds, high centering pass goes into the corner. 34 seconds left in the Hibbing power play as the puck back out to center. Gavin Forrest gives chase against McHugh. McHugh able to outmuscle him for the puck, get it to Golly. Now McHugh again at the half wall with some room. Brings out to center. Now Hibbing again with 9 seconds left in the power play. Gains the blue line. Sharp angle shot turned aside by Kerr. To the point, shot. Don't know if that one got through or not. Both teams at full strength. As Bauer Murphy comes in, goes to the backhand. Takes the net with him. Don't know if he ever got the shot on net, but he tried.
That was a nice rush.
It was.
Very nice rush. Some good legs for a late net shift for him after just killing that penalty. Well, thank you to these sponsors: Taco John's, S&S Meats, Vendors, Northern Sport, On and Sport, and Mr. Furnace, along with Grand Rapids State Bank. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey.
1:47 to go. Grand Rapids leading by a score of 5-2.
Would have been an interesting if Hibbing would have scored one. I think people would have stuck around a little longer.
Yeah, well, there's still a good crowd here.
Oh, yes, there sure is.
Behind the Hibbing net, Hibbing will take control. Out to center ice. Puck at the side of the net, and Kerr will trap it there and hold it for a face-off.
Well, I think both teams have a lot to build off. I think there are a lot of positive for both teams here. Hibbing being so young, I think they're going to be a lot different team come after Christmas. And Grand Rapids, lots of positive things.
No, I think all three lines have been competent here tonight.
They sure have.
Behind the net goes Job Carpenter. Carpenter moves it ahead. Oh, I was sure Miller got a piece of that. Maybe he didn't.
I guess not. I guess the ref said no. So.
And he was certainly across the red line when he was trying to.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I heard must have just been a stick on the ice, right?
Could have been.
Stay tuned after the game. We'll have our Trader Insurance Service 3 stars as Hibbing calls a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Lakes Gas. Lakes Gas timeout. And they are a propane company you can rely on for prompt, reliable service. Choose Lakes Gas, a proud sponsor and supporter of Thunderhawk Athletics.
Other sponsors for the Thunderhawks, Guy Claremont Financial, Grand Rapids Tire and Auto, Yeti Earthworks, Dutch Room, Fred's Live Bait, Winnie Trading Post, Sammy's Pizza. Thank you for your support.
So Grand Rapids coming out after or here in the third period, and there's been some pretty decent hockey in the third.
It has been a nice flow to the game. Got a little ragged early in the second period, and then Hibbing started playing well. But other than that, I think Rapids has played 2 real nice periods of hockey.
Yeah, no. And I think Grand Rapids, whether it was coaching or they kind of figured it out, but they kind of got a counterattack off of that stretch player where they have created some rushes going the other way against that stretch.
That's right, that transition. If you can intercept that and get it going the other way, and they've done that transition from defense to offense well, and that's hard to get young kids to learn how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Off of the timeout, face-off will be to the right of Ryan Kerr with 1:19 to go. Net is empty. You don't see that too often in high school, down 3.
No.
So now the question is, do you just take pot shots at the net? As puck goes just wide, and I think Grand Rapids is going to get a penalty out of this. Puck out to center, and Grand Rapids touches it, and he goes. So I have coaches say both.
Yes, you're right. Coaches do say both. I like pucks on the net and outnumber them because you have one more man than them, and so get it on the net, keep it low so they're rebounds.
Yeah. But as far as when there's an empty net, do you take shots at it from your own zone and not worry about
that's really changed. Before they used to
say
that,
never, and now a lot of people do.
Yeah, the pros all do.
Yeah. But your chances of hitting the empty net are a lot better than giving up a goal on a defensive zone face-off to save.
Yeah.
The numbers say, John. As Grand Rapids now on a penalty kill as well, so it's 6-on-4 with the Grooms property service penalty.
So now they have a free shot going for the empty net. There isn't the icing.
Yes, but instead we get an icing the other way.
Yeah.
And faceoff will come back in the Hibbing zone, and that'll bring Erdahl back in as well with 34 seconds left. Hibbing controls off the faceoff. Puck through center ice, able to control it is Strukel. And whoa, we have a stick in two pieces.
Just as he was shooting, it snapped.
And I need to tell you that if you break a stick, guess where you should go? Clafton's.
Yes.
Hundreds of composite sticks in stock as this game will come to an end. 6 seconds left. They have sticks from Bauer, CCM, and True with hundreds of sticks to choose from. They have you covered. But I don't know that any stick was going to stand up to that whack.
No.
It got chopped in half
it
pretty
was,
good.
That's an expensive whack. Yeah.
It is. That stick just ended up in two. And Hibbing will get a penalty out of this mess with 2.3 left. Grand Rapids 5-2. That'll almost 100% be the final score.
I would guess.
And you know, you have your hardest work to do here because I've got to go get an interview.
I know you do.
But you see, I got all the goals right up there
That's
for
right,
you.
So I got to read those off. And
Yeah, there
that's
you
what
go.
I'll do and look for my 3 stars.
Yep. As the puck drops, and that will do it. As this game comes to an end, Grand Rapids, a 5-2 victory. They go to 1-0 on the season. We'll take a break, come back with our post-game interview on Greater Insurance Service 3 Stars. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
1, 2, 2. Did I miss it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Whatever. But I'll go with whatever you say. But you got 3 minutes. When he says go, you got to talk.
Okay.